Hey everyone, how's it going? So, in light of the recent Jett announcement changes that the quote unquote with very heavy quotes rework that they're giving to the class, I was actually going to make a real video about this with some editing and all of that and make it look fancy, but seeing how low effort their own attempt was at making the video and the announcement and the Jett changes themselves, I think I'm just going to do the same and ramble a bit. And as someone who has some, not much experience with the class, I can tell you definitely what they're doing wrong and what they should be doing. But, I mean, they think that these changes make a difference. So, before I move on to the video with the announcement and talk a bit about it, one of the things they say is that they made this into a party buff. I'm not sure if Nexon really thinks that not everyone has a 100% crit rate and that this will be actually beneficial to a party. But, I mean, 25 stat is 25 stat, I'll take it. I mean, everyone else will take it. But really, this means nothing. Onto the video itself. If we go here, so this is the announcement, small clip of the announcements they made. They showed off the new flash jump mobility, and it's good, maybe too good, but that's completely irrelevant, and I'll show you in a little bit why. So
this is the new revamped spacewalk.
Yeah, it jumps like across and it goes really far away, and it's good to jump up. But if you look at the arcs the jump is doing, it looks
sort of testing it and
weird.
Sort of seeing how the jet changes were.
Like, did you see that? Like, he goes up.
I think when we were sort of testing it and sort of seeing how the jet
goes up and down like really quickly. It's weird.
How fast spacewalk became.
Okay, so now I'm actually going to show you why this is completely irrelevant and why the changes don't really matter. Nautilus. Now I go to Genesis. Okay, so I'm gonna try to mimic a little bit that clip. Get my attack speed up. So she goes all the way here, and then goes up, and then goes back down and all the way across the map. I mean, I can already do that. Having a flash jump doesn't really help me with this. Like, I'm not gonna complain because the current flash jump is awful, but have they seen the 20k, 22.5k Spirit Savior run done by a Jett? Like, I'll link it in the description, but you guys can go check it out by Sleepable. That mobility is completely irrelevant. Going back to the video, what else did they talk about?
So that's definitely one big thing that was changed for Jett, and we did reduce a lot of post delays. A lot of them we made the jump shots possible, especially for like Space Line 2, or most of the space lines, or star lines.
Okay, space lines? I mean, get your notes correct because they're called star lines and it goes from 1 to 4. I mean, all of the class skills have similar names and it's easy to mix them up, but if you're reading from a script, you should at least read your script correctly, because I'm not reading one. And so what do they mean by this? So removing the delays on the skills, I'm holding down the move key and just tapping the skill once. It has a short delay after, and it gets worse from in Starline 3 and 4 because it's the ones that move you. Like, yeah, it has a delay before you can start moving again, but this is because their initial design was for you to actually chain them together, so the delay doesn't feel as bad. I mean, it's a poor design choice, but it's how it was designed, so it kind of makes sense what they wanted to achieve with it. You're not supposed to use them individually, but yeah, it has some delay after it. Not gonna argue that it doesn't. And some of the skills feel clunky to use. And Starline 4. Yeah, this one especially. You get stuck in animation at the end, like, for a long time. Yeah, it would be nice if those were removed, but unless Starline 1 does more damage, like having less delay at the end makes it so you attack faster, it's not gonna help much. Because doing the math, it's probably easier if you're using the Hurricane, the Star Force salvo. And just, yeah, you're more free to move, it's easier. Them talking about jump shots, yeah, the only skill you can use right now is Starline 1 in the air. All others you need to be on the ground. Even the Hurricane, you can't jump. The Tornado, you can't either. There's a small trick you can do, and you can jump like in between the first frames, but yeah, that's nice, I guess, being able to jump. But hopefully they'll fix the issue where you can see my movement speed, but then if I'm holding down this key, you can see my movement speed way lower. And it's the only Hurricane that does that, because the other one just works normally. Hopefully they'll address it also. If they're removing delays, hopefully they'll also get to... Oh, wrong button. They'll get to this one, because it locks you in place for 3 seconds. And it's get reduced by attack speed, but I mean, still get locked in place for 3 seconds, and it's not an iframe in any of it. So yeah, let me see what else they mentioned in the video.
We did remove post delay and make jump shots possible, and even for cosmic upheaval. And we reduced cooldown and peak cost for Starfall, and high gravity has been changed to party buff skills. So
okay, so cosmic upheaval, you're really gonna need that extra jump range to hit a skill that goes off the screen. I mean, they did talk something about changing the useless 5th job skill, like a lot of changes, but they didn't go into the details. When I have more information about it, I'll say something, I guess. Like, the numbers look crazy, but this skill doesn't work. Yeah, I have a huge list of... oh, wrong button. Well, that's going in the video, because I'm not going to redo this now. I have a huge list that was made by someone else. By Summer Mist in the forums. Like, they made a huge list that was taken from also someone else, Slaymate. Slutty-mate. Yeah. And I mean, it's over a year now, or a year and a half, since they acknowledged that these were issues, and they didn't do anything about it. And they eventually closed the thread because we kept like bumping the thread and necro posting. So they said, like, okay, let's just cut this list because it's not important. Like, these are outdated. It's been a year. No, the changes still, they're still pretty much the same. I added a few that were pointed out to me from people in the discussion. Some of them I noticed myself, and yeah, Like, as you can see, this is a pretty extensive list of issues. And others that were posted in other things. And again, it will be forwarded. They're reworking the class. Hopefully they'll at least get to some of these, because it makes it impossible to play the class at some points in time. Like for instance, like I can't do hard healer because Hero's Will does not provide immunity. It sounds weird, right? I mean, everyone else has the 3-second immunity, but not Jett. I can't do Gollux because the third V, the Suborbital Strike, doesn't hit. It doesn't hit the gem, so a good chunk of my DPS goes out the window. Hopefully they'll get to these. These are way more important than fixing the flash jump that you don't even use because you can just, you know, teleport around the map. And yeah, this changes nothing. So if you planned on making a Jett, don't make it because it's going to be a good class. Make it because you actually have fun playing it. Because if you don't, you're just going to quit. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll give you more information when I have it, I guess. Later.